Hi, I want to talk to you about bread today. You know, bread is common in every nationality across the world. In Italy, it's focaccia. Indonesia, it's roti. In South Africa, it's brood. Here in Australia, it's bread. And Jesus constantly used euphemisms to describe his very nature. He said on one occasion, "I'm the bread of life." You know, I read a story many years ago about the Allied forces immediately after the Second World War. They gathered up many hungry and homeless children and placed them in large camps. The children were fed and cared for. However, at night they didn't sleep well. They seemed anxious and afraid. Finally, one of the supervisors looking after these children came up with a solution. After the kids were put to bed, they each received a slice of bread just to hold in their hand, not to eat, just to hold. That slice of bread in their hands proved marvelous results. They all slept soundly, knowing that they had something to eat in the morning. Isn't that like us at the moment? We sleep each evening wondering, some people incredibly anxious about what tomorrow holds. Folk, this is the time to hold on to the bread of life. Place your trust in him. Hold fast to hope. You know, Jesus said, he's the bread of life. He who comes to me shall never hunger, and he who believes in me will never thirst. And that's found in John 6 and verse 35. I like what Jeremiah, the Old Testament prophet, he wrote a sterling piece of work in the book of Jeremiah 29, chapter 29, when he said this to a nation that was living in a difficult place. In fact, his people, the Israelites, were living in captivity. They were between a rock and a hard place. They were battling with their new normal. They were living in captivity, imprisoned by the Babylonians. They felt probably like you and I feel at the moment, a little bit of cabin fever, living in an enclosed place. But Jeremiah held out a piece of bread to the people. This is what he said: build houses, dwell in them, plant gardens, eat the fruit, take wives, produce sons and daughters. In other words, try and live as normal as possible during a difficult situation. He also said this: seek the peace of the city where I've caused you to be carried away captive, and pray to the Lord for it, for in its peace you will have your peace. In other words, make the best of a bad situation, and this is your new normal. Pray for your city, because as they enjoy peace, so you will experience peace. In other words, love and care for one another. Pray for your national leaders making difficult calls right now all around the world. He also said this in verse 11 of chapter 29. Jeremiah said, "For I know the thoughts and plans that I have for you, says the Lord, thoughts of and plans for your welfare, for your peace, and not for evil, to give you hope in your final outcome." Hold on to that piece of bread. Let not your heart be troubled. God bless.